accurate and complete. We have nothing we absolutely need to add. It's good. Is that correct, Mr. Grove?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, Mr. Shastra, do you have some family here that would like to speak?
That is correct, Judge. Stephen's family is here and present. Could you please state your name, sir?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. My name is Alexander Cisak.
Mr. Cisak, can you come on up to the podium, if you will? And is there anyone else that wants to speak as well, or will Mr. C? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor, and those present today for allowing me to provide a victim impact statement. My name is Alex Cisak, and I'm the deceased's oldest son. I'm also joined by my brother, Maximilian Cisak, Annette's sister, Karen Cisak, and my partner, Ashley Dunn. While I'm rather adept at giving speeches or testifying before the legislature, it's hard to even know where to begin for something like this. My mom, Annette Cisak, was the one person with whom I was the closest in my life. We would talk every single day, multiple times a day, and she is the primary inspiration for how I choose to live my life. In fact, she inspired many with her positive outlook on life and her uncanny ability to connect with just about everyone she would meet. We were all in awe to see several hundred people attend her viewing, including the CEO of Henry Ford Health System, where she was the most senior ultrasound technician. I again cannot stress enough the impact that she had on all of us, her family, friends, and colleagues. I'd also like to point out some important facts, findings, and considerations given what tragically transpired on the 12th of February last year. My mom was crossing the intersection when prompted. She had the right of way. Knowing her to be a rule follower, she would not have been distracted on her phone, nor would she have jumped the gun, so to speak, and crossed when she was not supposed to. She was simply enjoying the unseasonably warm weather that day and wanted to buy a bag of licorice for herself from the grocery store. All for a bag of licorice. She loved to eat candy. To the defendant, Mr. Grove, you should not have been driving at the age of 86. Statistics clearly show the dangers inherent in elderly driving, but really, at age 86, I wonder about the quality of your vision, your reaction times, your cognitive capabilities. You killed my mother, and there is now no turning back. She was not able to see my graduation from Harvard, my selection as a security fellow with the Truman National Security Project. She will not be there the day of my wedding, and our children will have no paternal grandmother. Upon the eventual reinstatement of your license per the Michigan compiled laws, I hope that you choose to no longer drive and endanger the public. Emotion leads to action. As a legislative director for the Michigan House of Representatives, I'm considering writing legislation because of you alone, Mr. Grove, that all drivers over the age of 70 undergo regular driver's tests. The road to forgiveness is long, and I am not quite there yet. It has been less than a year. Please know, though, Mr. Grove, that I will in time forgive you for your action. Thank you again for allowing me the latitude to speak today, Your Honor, and those present.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Tragic.
Thank you.
Counsel, is there anything you want to put on the record? Say on behalf of your client?
Every time me and Mr. Grove talk, he relives this incident. He knows how difficult this is for the family. He's lost several people in his family due to accidents, car accidents, and this was a true accident. Mr. Grove has not driven since the date of this incident. And he's committed to not driving again. Secretary of State has sent him reapplication forms. He has not pursued it. He is not going to drive again. He doesn't want to have anything like this happen again. He wishes it never happened here. He has family support. He will be able to get to his medical appointments. And And I can't really, we can't really say anything else to the family. I mean, it's just awful. Please keep in mind his age of 87 and a history of good driving, and his commitment to not drive again.
These cases are the most serious cases that I retain jurisdiction on in a district court level. And they're also the most tragic. There's a loss of life, it sounds like, of a beautiful, vibrant woman. I share her love for Candy. So it's not, and I can tell by you, sir, that she was a good mom, because you don't end up with kids like you without someone putting in a lot of work and a lot of love to get you there. So these are always very difficult. Of course, I'm limited in what I can do as a judge. I don't know if anyone knows this or if it's helpful at all, but I came from the homicide unit. I was a homicide prosecutor for a very long time. And what I learned doing that work is that there is never a good day in court on these types of cases, because whether or not someone gets the maximum sentence or the lowest sentence that can be given, nobody's mom or sister is coming back. And I don't have the power, the prosecutor, defense counsel, none of us have the power to bring somebody back. I'm very sorry for your loss. I know the last year has probably been quite difficult on all of you. But I have to take some things into consideration. I'm sure we all know what the maximum on this is. But I have an individual in front of me with no criminal history, no, even, I don't recall there even being any sort of driving history other than what brings us to court today. I do think that some oversight is important, but I don't know that jail for someone who is 87 years old in the Wayne County Jail is going to solve anything. And I really have to say, a lot of families come in angry on cases like this and want to see something like that. And the grace that your family has shown today is just remarkable. And I just think it says a lot about your mom. So the defendant is going to be sentenced to 24 months of probation. There will be fines and costs associated with this: a $50 fine, $50 court cost, state cost of $50, and a crime victims' rights fund of $75, probation oversight fees of $800, a community service fee of $10 per day, for a total of $40. Right. Be $50. And it doesn't sound like there is any restitution. Is that accurate? There was a policy that paid out. Are you aware? I know.
In civil court, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a settlement that was paid out.
Okay. So, sir, you're going to do 24 months of probation. You're going to do 5 days or 40 hours of community service or court watching if you're unable to. Obviously, I'm not going to have you out. You're not going to be cleaning up trash off the side of the road at 87. A lot of people in my court are able to do community service by court watching. I think it's helpful, and it is somewhat of a give back for you to see some of the matters that come in front of a district court. So you'll be required to do 40 hours of court watching. You're to abstain from the use of possession of alcohol or controlled substances. I'm not too concerned about that. There's no allegation that drugs were in any way really involved in this case. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
Drugs or alcohol.
Drug component.
Okay, I'm striking that then. Sir, you will at least be assessed by a counselor at the direction of probation and follow recommendations of a therapist and provide proof. Any other ancillary services that are deemed warranted by the probation department or the judge you will follow. You are not to drive a motor vehicle while you are on probation. For the next 2 years, the court is ordering you not to drive. Do you understand me, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and I assume fingerprints were taken
They were taken,
upon arrest?
earlier in this proceeding. There was no arrest.
Okay,
but-
all right, as long as the prints were taken. Okay, so that is the sentence of the court. I certainly wish you all the best. I think that this is going to be difficult for everybody. Okay? All right, you're all set. Thank you, and thank you for being patient today.